Well, given the monster opening weekend and really the follow-up weekend that Deadpool and Wolverine had, it's no surprise here to see that Deadpool and Wolverine has crossed the $1 billion mark at the global box office. We got an article here from Variety we're going to go into, talk about just how big this movie is, and will it beat Inside Out 2 for the biggest movie of the year. So, hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic, and again, we have an article here from Variety. They say Deadpool and Wolverine is the newest member of the $1 billion Club. Disney's Marvel sequel, starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as their comic book alter egos, has grossed $494 million in North America and 535 mil. Excuse me, has grossed $494.3 million in North America and 535.1 million internationally for a grand total of $1.029 billion at the box office. It's the second release of 2024 following Disney's Pixar smash Inside Out 2 with 1.5 billion to surpass the $1 billion mark. Notably, it'll soon overtake 2019's Joker, which made 1.07 billion, the only other R-rated film to cross the coveted milestone, and it'll end up being the highest grossing R-rated film in history. So Deadpool and Wolverine is the 31st Disney film and 11th in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to reach the $1 billion mark. The raunchy Save the World adventure has been a needed win for the MCU. The once untouchable comic book behemoth has shown signs of wear and tear with recent misfires like Eternals, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and the Marvels. There's more as well. I would say Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was an absolute mess. Thor Love and Thunder was terrible, and I love Thor. I think MCU since Endgame just has been, for the most part, outside of a couple of things like the Spider-Man No Way Home and maybe a few things here and there, for the most part, it's been just not good at all. Plus, you throw in the Disney Plus stuff, it seems it's all cheapened. The story, it's character. You took out the characters people really like. There's no actual Captain America. There's no Iron Man. You've basically made Thor a joke. Like, it's just a lot of these things have not worked, and it's very easy to say that it's waned, I would say, since Endgame for sure. Though post-pandemic installments such as Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and 2002's Black Panther Wakanda Forever and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 I did like that. That was good. But that was mostly a James Gunn thing but I did like Guardians 3. Near the $1 billion mark, Deadpool and Wolverine is only the second MCU movie to surpass the benchmark since 2019's Avengers Endgame. Sony's Spider-Man No Way Home was the first with $1.9 billion in 2021. We've talked about it before. This is not a surprise that this has crossed the $1 billion mark. It's going to be the biggest R-rated movie ever. Now, in terms of the MCU, the thing about this movie is it doesn't do anything for the MCU. It's a very much a self-contained story. This is basically a vehicle for Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. And people love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. People love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. We get to see Wolverine in his comic accurate costume. It's a lot of fan service. Obviously, it has a lot of cameos, which I think that's the thing probably Marvel will take away from this is cameos, because we already know that they got Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Doom, which is more than likely a variant of Tony Stark. So you're probably going to have Iron Man come back. They got the Russo brothers coming back to direct these movies. To be honest, it's really just the fact that people have nostalgia for these characters that they love. And, really it's a vehicle of Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds' friendship and their marketing. They're just good at marketing the movies that people want to see them. That is, I would say, 95% of this movie, because the movie itself, I'm not going to act like it's the greatest script ever made. There's a lot of things about the movie that could be improved upon, but it was a lot of fun. It was cool seeing these characters in this way and just really like seeing an R-rated version with Wolverine, I think, is something a lot of people who are Wolverine fans have always wanted to see. So really, that is the overall overarching thing about this movie. And I think what Marvel would be good to take away from this is, first off, you'll notice like this movie wasn't preaching any messages. It was just basically telling you a story they wanted to tell. It was very violent. It was very vulgar. It was a Deadpool movie. It wasn't trying to be something that it wasn't. It wasn't trying to do anything other than entertain you. And I think that shows in this movie. And for all of its flaws and shortcomings as a movie, I can forgive it for the fan service and really giving people, for the most part, what they wanted. It was basically what I expected, and I'm not surprised to see it cross $1 billion. Now, when it comes to the rest of the MCU, I'll probably have another video out talking about perhaps they're starting to maybe clean house. It seems like Kevin Feige and crew over there have kind of realized they've made some mistakes since Endgame. And Deadpool and Wolverine basically makes fun of Endgame or MCU since Endgame. So I think they're pretty aware of the issues here, and maybe they're trying to fix those. Now it's hard to know. We'll have to see in the further movies that go on, but it would seem with like Robert Downey Jr. coming back, the Russo brothers coming back, that Marvel has recognized, oh, we're not in a good spot here. Let's try and course correct. Now in terms of how those movies turn out, I think it's really impossible to catch lightning in a bottle to act like you're going to be anywhere near Endgame and Infinity War points of MCU. I just don't think that's even remotely possible. You could get a glimpse of it. You could probably have a movie that makes some pretty good money, but you're not going to recatch that magic, and especially in the way they're doing it now. I just don't think that's possible. But I suppose this is something that we'll have to wait and see how that develops. But that is going to be it for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends as we do lots of commentary here on pop culture and theme parks. And let us know in the comments, what do you think about Deadpool and Wolverine crossing $1 billion? And do you think this does anything for the greater MCU? And until next time, we will see you later.